Welcome to the Business Growth Support Podcast stage. Today we're joined by Michael Robbins from Cayenne Consulting. It's a pleasure having you here, sir.
Nice being here. Thank you.
What is your story in a nutshell?
I had the rare opportunity to have a father who worked in investor relations. He started an investor relations agency, and I was stuffing envelopes for him in grade school. And then he started publishing a financial newspaper called The Investment Reporter that was focused on high growth NASDAQ stocks. And so in high school, I started working for his financial newspaper and getting further experience in the financial PR. So when I went off to college in Boulder, Colorado, after a few years, I was able to get a job in investor relations there, which I did for a while before graduating with a degree in economics, minor or emphasis in journalism, and went to New York. So in New York City in the late 90s, I worked for a large investor relations agency, and I would typically represent 6 to 12 public companies at any one time. And I would call brokers, analysts, fund managers, convince them to meet with my client, set up these one-on-one meetings, some group meetings, and then help my clients refine their story, refine their pitch. After that, I started hedge fund, traded that for a while, in Australia for a couple years, got into the streaming of investor and analyst conference calls. But at this point, I had put together perhaps 5 business plans for myself or friends, and I came back to the States and started working for a company that was the largest provider of business plans at the time. So I did the business plan for the largest business plan writing company. So I figured I'd made it, and I went solo for a bit, worked for maybe 6 other agencies, and then I came across Cayenne Consulting maybe about 13 years ago and began with them as a consultant. Really appreciated their model. So I was very happy with Cayenne for many years, and then about a year and a half ago, I acquired Cayenne with 2 other consultants.
What does your Cayenne Consulting do?
We do have a number of services. For instance, we do help small businesses get certification of being woman-owned, minority-owned, veteran-owned. For a large majority of our clients, we are helping them prepare for raising money. Oftentimes equity, sometimes debt, and even sometimes it is an internal matter where a manager needs to present a proposal to the board for funding, and they want to make sure that their presentation is tight. But for a large majority of our clients, they're looking to interface with external investors, and they want to put their best foot forward because not only do they want to close the deal, but they want to close the deal while maximizing the valuation of their company and minimize their dilution. So this is a large part of what we do, is getting them packaged up, which is not just, regurgitating what they tell us and putting a pretty bow on it, is that we need to prepare them for their most cynical or skeptical target audience, the private equity investor. And so some of this then goes into the strategic consulting and the go-to-market strategy on how you are going to outmaneuver and outperform your competitors.
From your perspective, what is the best way to grow your business in your niche?
The fractional CFO discussion, which is an area that we've been expanding into recently. We just onboarded a CPA yesterday who's got more of the accounting and compliance experience. So we are now positioned to a fair bit in that space, which involves more strategic consulting and evaluating the competition and figuring out what are the trends, what's working for who, what's not working for who, why are these decisions being made, and having the tools to get information that an AI bot is not necessarily able to obtain themselves.
How you see the AI wave shaping the industry?
I think that it will continue to evolve. I think it will start to become a more valuable tool with the financials going forward. And one of the things that we've seen in the past with business plan software is that it tends to make everything look alike. And then you start having hundreds of business plans floating around the industry that kind of look identical on the surface. And so it'll be interesting to see to what degree AI falls into that trap versus versus is able to avoid it with, more attractive and unique design. But right now I find the market research is a bit broad. The competitive research, it's a little hit and miss, but I think it's going to continue to improve. And all of us at Cayenne are using the AI tools to get our clients a better product faster and less expensive.